Mm-hmm. Yes. What is happening? Make sure my mic is turned up. Mic check, mic check. Got a few eyes on you. All right. Yeah, trying to switch it up. Trying to switch up the look. Got the southern, we country down here. We country down here. We country down on her. Let me jump to the comments. Let me see what we're working with. Oh, Silk Legacy. I got one person. In there. I know I don't normally go on this time, so I know a lot of people ain't gonna be able to really be in attendance. But I really just want to talk about. I really just want to talk about our squad, and I want to talk about us. Um, what's up? What's up? Now they coming in. GA Texas boy, Gax boy. What's happening? Hey, yeah, no, man, I ain't no cowboy fan. This is a black hat right here, bro. This is a black hat. This is an American hat. This is an American hat, man. We down here in the country. Stop playing with us. Now I do like the Cowboys. I ain't gonna cap, but I ain't gonna cap now. But this is a blacked out American cowboy hat. It's blacked out now. It don't look like it because this nice camera we got on here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So looking like a cowboy fan. I would never disrespect my squad everywhere. What's going on? What's going on? Just wanted to give a shout out to everybody that's coming up in here. We got Silk Legacy. What's up, AFN? Silk got the fire. Eek. Yeet. What's going on, Lions AFN? Yeah, new era is here. The Atlanta Falcons will rise again in 2005 and beyond. He said, I look like I got a Cowboys fan. Nah, man, I just wanted to change it up just a little bit, man. Just go into my repertoire a little bit. Let everybody know, man. Hey, boy, hey, I switch it up on you now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nah, man. I just don't. These hats be making you want to talk country. Yeah, broski. Woo. Nah, dog. No. We still red and black, bro. We still red and black. This hat is blacked out. Mm-mm. Come on now. Mm-hmm. What up, Lochness? We finally here. Let's go Falcons. 11-6. My bold prediction for this season. Okay. Uh-huh.
Was good, brother.
What's happening? Just going through the comments. Let me see what we got. Hold up. From my end, you'll see it in the start. Yeah. He said lock. He said lock the rock.
Hell yeah.
Hey. I
Loving the
grew up
Stetson, brother.
right. I grew up in Texas. Ain't nothing wrong with talking country. Well, we country down here in Georgia. Stop playing with us. Stop playing. We city over here. We might be the
Well,
new man.
if you want to talk country, I can go full South Carolina. I can drop some Josh Turner on you quick as a hat. Do not make me do that. That's for the music side of the channel. This is sports. Let's keep it 100.
Oh no, we're gonna have our boots on the ground. We're
Sunday.
gonna have our boots on Sunday. Yeah, we're gonna have our boots on the ground on Sunday. It's gonna be lit, man. I mean, I don't really know the dance, but I have been looking at some tutorials to get my choreography together.
Nah,
So
your boy's not a dancer. You can catch me at the bar. I ain't dancing.
yeah, I'm a dance, man.
But
Yeah,
you know what it is with the brothers of the Caucasian persuasion. We ought not to dance.
he said
There's a million memes and
he said,
jokes
we
about
ain't got
that.
this. He said, we ain't got the dance. No, but y'all got the dancing. Y'all can do the dancing, man. I think this gonna probably be my new look. I don't know. Somebody said that cowboy hat, man. Make me look
It's a
dapper.
sight look.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, today we're talking about the home opener with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus our
Mm.
Atlanta Falcons. So before I get this thing started, man, this isn't talk. This isn't. Let's talk about it Tuesdays. This is a Wednesday evening. Let's get it right.
Hell yeah.
Situations happen where I cannot go on Tuesdays, not foreseen. So hey, I still try to come back and give y'all the graces of this faces. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So we
It's always
lit
a pleasure to share the screen with you, brother. As I say,
right.
love to shout out back to the family and just get on together whenever we get the chance. As I say, it's a little bit later on here. It's now 10 past 11 at night. But your boy loves the grind, and that's what it's all about. I just love the chance to get on and talk Falcons. So, uh, and if you want, I'll give you a shot. But hell, you Tom, isn't really
Hey,
my vernacular. It would be the Scottish equivalent. Would be, would you say?
what you say?
Would you, what you say?
Oh yeah.
Or just wit. WIT.
Mm.
Shotty. Um, we'd call that a bonny wee lass or a wee darling over here. But yeah, I can roll with that. Shotty and hell you talking about. Let's do it.
What are you talking about? Yeah. So we lit, we live, we out here, man. We finna start this show. Um, it's a short show. I just wanted to talk about the home opener and let everybody know, man. Hey, we are close to. It's almost that time, man. It's almost that time, man. We
Mm,
4 days away, man. We there. Um, I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna be lit on Sunday. I'm gonna be lit. So
mm,
I ain't gonna
I
tell
can't
people
wait.
what I'm gonna have on, but I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be lit. So y'all might even see me on TV because they always try to find us on television. They will find us. The cameraman knows where to go, and they will probably put me alongside some other people because we gonna be yeah. So we gonna be
Hell
lit.
yeah.
So y'all see me, y'all. I'm like yeah, it's gonna there he is. That's the Lochness.
Like I can't
So
wait for my first party in Atlanta. Like I really can't. It's going to be lit.
it's gonna
I've already been promised that I'm going to be welcomed with open arms. So yeah, I'm all for that. I can't wait to get over for a game.
yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Definitely
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I want to talk about this game being a marquee game. It's a staple in our season, setting our season up for success, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
because we're going against the champions. They've been the champions like four or 5 years in a row. The
Mm-hmm.
Buccaneers. It's just what it is. Um, they are our rivals, not our
Mm-hmm.
worst rivals, but they are a rival. We beat them last year, um, but we didn't beat out them in our category when it comes to wins and losses, which
Mm-hmm.
we shouldn't let it be get to that point. But as we get robbed throughout these games, if we go out there and do what we need to do, we don't have to worry about not getting calls. This person doing this not going our way, or waiting in the on the wayside for a wild card spot for some other teams to win or lose. That's silly. That's really silly. That's not taking care of business to me. So,
Mm-hmm.
so what do y'all? I want to get a prediction of this score. I'm gonna start it off with that. What do y'all think the score is going to be? Unbiased. Now
Mm-hmm.
you know Baker Mayfield is going to throw. He's a gunslinger. You
Mm-hmm.
know he's going to throw. He did. If you check his stats, he did not have a bad season last year.
No.
It-
My concern would be who's kicking. So I say we're going to miss 2 extra points, but I think it's going to be a high scoring game. It's at the Benz as well, so you need to take that into account. I'm going to say 33-28 Falcons.
33-28. So it's going to be
Yep.
it's going to be a high gunslinging game with no
Yeah.
defense.
Hell yeah. I think the defense is we're going to be trying to mix it up to keep them guessing, but I think that Baker's talented enough to still get it done, and they have a good run game too. So a shout out to Bucky Irvin, but I think we will get the job done. As I say, we'll win. I think we'll take the division by a game, and I think we'll take this game by a score. That's my prediction,
Hmm. Okay. See, me
and that
personally,
would be how we would do it. What you saying?
yeah, what you seeing? What you seeing? Yeah, so I honestly believe in this game, it's going to be one of those games where it's the beginning of the season. You don't want to do too much. You want to do just enough to get this win. So
Mhm.
I remember when we played them, and I think it went into overtime.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That was the
so
509 yarder for Kirk. Yeah.
Mhm. And that's when Hodge took that thing in the middle and just took it to the house, and we was like, "Oh my goodness!" So I want to see. I really want to see this team. I don't. I want us to see. I want to see this pass rush. I
Mhm.
want to see this pass rush. Definitely
Yeah.
want to see
Unleash
that.
the beasts.
Yeah, I really want to see this pass rush. I don't honestly care how we win as long as we win.
Yeah.
I really don't have a score. I know lots of people like to predict scores and stuff like that. I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be one of those games where they're going to try to play upon the fact that Michael Penix he gets his first nod as the starter as a rookie,
Mhm.
and for the season he got it last year, but for the season, so they're going to take the few games that he played and try to make a decision on who he is and what he isn't.
Mhm.
But we got so much film on Baker Mayfield, you know, to go off of, So,
Yeah.
and he's somebody that throws the ball, and he has weapons. He has weapons, but I
Mhm.
honestly feel like we're gonna just be doing enough.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like
we're-
similar, like if you break it down body for body and essentially scheme for scheme, I feel
Mhm.
like we match up fairly well with Tampa Bay. We're on a fairly similar style of offense. We both have a mobile quarterback that can get it done while he's in motion. So I feel like the defense will be more prepared for Tampa than they would be against someone who plays a vastly different offense to the way we do. But I think that the fact that they've also got a dynamic running game in addition to a mobile quarterback with woes on the offensive line as we have too, I feel like it puts us in a very similar position. So I don't know if you agree with that, but I feel like they should be ready defensively for what Tampa Bay bring, and that's going to be the difference, and that's how we win the game.
Okay, yeah. Look out for Michael JPJ.
Mm-hmm.
I really think he's gonna be. I just man, I'm excited. I've always been excited about seeing this team, but I think now I feel like we really have a pass rush that I want to see, and
Yep.
I'm sticking with that. Like, so I honestly believe like our offense is our offense. I don't think that's going to change.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Tampa Bay has enough on their defense that will stop our offense, but I feel like we have enough on our defense to stop their offense.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Uh,
Um, so I'm gonna go into this next tape because this is what's hurting both of our teams, is this injury bug. So
mm,
so they got some people that just got hurt, and people been hurt, some heavy hitters on their team,
mm,
but a lot of people was upset. I mean, you can't foresee paying somebody like a McGarry and then he gets hurt.
mm,
But
no.
but what if just somebody asked me this? What if they plan that? What if they say, "Hey, we give you this money. This is how people think. This," and I think they make these type of decisions. Hey, we're gonna do a fake injury, gonna pay
Mm,
you, sit you down, keep you, um, give opportunity, and then bring you back. Somebody asked me that. They
mm,
were like, hey, what do you think if they paid him just so he can, and then since he's injured, his contract don't start. The
mm.
contract starts once he come back on the field.
Yeah. And
So
essentially, we've got not a bad backup. When you're talking about Michael Jarrell, me and Des were talking about him on the last Scottish Falcons episode. I feel like he's a decent tackle. He's 6'4", 309 pounds. He
mm,
had 250 snaps for Seattle, and 246 of those were at right tackle. He only allowed 3 sacks in that time, and in terms of being a backup, he played 39% of all offensive snaps in that run of 10 games. He had 3 starts, including against Atlanta, so he was going against high-level defensive talent like Grady Jarrett. So I think he was definitely, for what we gave up, which was essentially a conditional 7th rounder, the value is fantastic. I'm sure you'll agree. Hey, Maggie.
hey, yeah, nah, I just got my cowboy hat on. I just want to switch it up, man. Make it look good. You know what
Uh,
I'm talking
if,
about?
I, if, I, if I knew you were planning to try and make me look bad, man, I'd have been rolling with the Stetson too. We could have matched up and really went for it, but we didn't have the prep. This was all kind of off the cuff. So you get me as you find me, but I'm just here to talk birds.
Right. So it's all good, man. Nobody was expecting this. I just put it on and said, let me just put this Campbell jersey on with my nice little Lokes and my cowboy hat.
Hell yeah.
See how it looks. So you're thinking something like a 17-23 game. I was gonna say it was gonna be a low-ended game where we just reached 20 something, and then they're still in, right at the cusp of, you know, up under our point total.
Mhm.
But I still think we come out the winners of this game. I don't. I just feel like we're still gonna be riding the high of beating them, like sweeping them last year.
Mhm.
They're not feared. That's why I feel like when we go against them, they're not feared. Honestly, we know the Saints are not feared.
Mhm.
And Carolina, they didn't look good until like the latter half of their season when it didn't even matter.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, when you're talking about New Orleans and that quarterback situation, um, is Spencer Rattler really the guy? Because he doesn't worry me in the least. Maybe I'm naive to say that, but I don't feel like he brings anything to the table that we haven't seen before. And I feel like he's inconsistent, and I feel like he is. I don't want to get personal, but I feel like he has character traits that are not ideal. I feel like we can press his buttons, so to speak. So I don't feel like New Orleans is going to present a threat this year. I feel like Carolina we might split with because I'm not going to lie and tell you that Ted McMillan is not a damn good receiver. The kid from Arizona State, because he's a baller. So all credit to Carolina for taking him round one, but at the same time, I feel like we've got enough defensively, especially with boosting that secondary as well, to where Carolina doesn't really present that much of a threat to me. But Tampa is where I have my concern, like yourself, Ty. I feel like that's going to define the South, and the South's going to define the season. We shouldn't be talking about playoff football and Lombardi trophies and things of that nature until we get out of the South. And to get out of the South, we need to beat those Bucks.
Yeah, right. Because it's not like you think about it. It's not like it's impossible because our games, we was like close games. It's always for like a few years back, we always had like close games where a situation away from being a different outcome. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm saying if we just execute and do what we need to do to a point where we don't have to worry about that. We shouldn't be like, oh man, if I would have just caught the ball instead of fumbling it, or maybe if I would just call that timeout, what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
let's go ahead and make those in-game adjustments to get the dub,
Yeah.
so we wouldn't have to worry about. I feel like honestly this year with what we've done, moving forward and getting character guys like we talked about, versatile guys, what we talked about. Although
Mm-hmm.
we have came across injuries, um, it's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the game. Next man up. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that we're going to do what we need to do this
Mm-hmm.
year, more so than what we did last year, because we have complementary pieces to the pieces that we already have. We've added those additions,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like, okay, we can coach these guys up. Now let's see. Like I said, I'm ecstatic because I'm honestly believe we're gonna have a better pass rush that we never had in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
2016 is probably, man, it's been a minute since we
Yeah.
had,
Yeah.
you
You're
know,
going all the way back to Vic
easy,
Beasley and things like that.
easy.
Yeah.
It's been a
Uh,
minute. We had
And
somebody like,
and as I say, we almost progress them to a point and then send them away and they become better. I used to call Dante Fowler Jr. Dante Failure, and I mean he's kind of made me eat those words, but not so much for us. So it's just the way the game goes sometimes. But I feel like, as you say, the pass rush is amazing to have, and as I say, we've addressed the cap situation a little bit. As I say, we just restructured Darnell Mooney. We've freed up another $6 million. I mean, you can play the trade game in your heads down in the chat, or Ty, you can play. We can get into hypotheticals all night, but maybe we could bring in another piece to kind of throw into that depth competition. Um, as you say, we still have 3 spots in the practice squad as well. Last I checked, possibly 4 because we've got the international exemption because of Lenny Krieg as well. So there's a lot to kind of take into account. So the Falcons might not be done cooking just yet. I'm just going to throw that into the pot for you as well.
So what my question to that is, what would you think we will need to add besides a tackle?
Because I think we got the tackle with Jarrell, so
we really need to. I'm about to say we just owned that up. We just sealed that up. Getting a tackle, so I don't think we really need another tackle. But what other position? What other position do you feel like okay, we got a $6 million. Who can we pull in? Give them three of that 4, like 3 or 4.
I like the fact that we've got Caden Ellis and Divine Diablo kind of playing that middle role. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that up from D Coleman. I agree. If I had 3 or 4 million to throw in, I'd be looking at the defensive tackle market. I'd get one more big body to throw in the interior, just to kind of have that big push. I know the Kyle London's 320, so if we can get a sort of similar situation to what they've got going in Tampa, just 2 big old noses if we're running a forefront. It also, as I say, there's nothing that you can account for other than with bodies. When you're accounting for 2 men that are 320 pounds plus. And that's where the threat comes from in Tampa Bay. So if we're building something similar but on a higher level, then you want somebody to put beside Lakeil London, especially because he's young and fairly unproven. I feel you'd agree. So if we can get a veteran defensive tackle for, as you say, maybe $4 million, then that's where I'd be looking. I don't know if you'd agree with that, but especially because now that we've freed up Trice, I know we've brought up Justin for defensive back depth, but I wouldn't be against bringing in another big nose, a big nose archetype. As I say, a big mean 330 pounder. If the price, but only if the price is right, as I say. Yeah, we think you're on mute. I think your mic's muted, Ty. Yep, that's what I was saying. We can't hear you. The mic's muted.
Yeah.
I put it on the chat. There we go. Can hear you now, brother.
No. I switched. I had to switch. It switched from my interface to my earpiece, and I'm like, "Where's my earpiece at?" You know what I'm saying? Let me turn turn this Bluetooth out because it's just connecting. Let me turn that Bluetooth out. I think that's what it is. It's just found my AirPods and just say, "Hey, you wanna put the AirPods in?" But yeah,
no, that's me as well. I mean, I was getting on the BlackBerry show, and I was like, nah, because I'm on a phone. I was thinking, what's this audio all about? So the first thing I did was I was in the back and I put a comment saying, just give me 5 minutes. I need to get my headset in on this. So as I say, I'm running with a shout out to Turtle Beach. I've got the Recon 50s, which is essentially a gaming headset, but they're doing great for the podcasting. So I'm rolling with these. So I get your problem. Do you want to use headset? Yes, please.
Right. I don't know why it's just connected to my AirPods in the middle, but we're good. Sorry about that.
We back the building. You're all good, brother.
Yeah, man. Y'all need to leave the AI alone, man. I'm trying to tell you. They're gonna have Skynet on us, man. He said the Quiet Cowboys in theaters this summer. Yes, sir. Quiet Cowboy. Cause hey, man, look now. Hey, y'all better get used to this cowboy look. I might have to own this right here. I might have to come up in here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bouncing my shoulders and tipping my hat at you.
2025 calendar incoming.
I'm telling you, boy, you can find me in November. You know what I'm talking about? So, how do you feel? How do y'all feel with the injuries that we've had. How
Mhm.
do you feel like it affects this team? Is it to a point that we're not going to have the same team, or is it to a point? And I know we can say, hey, subjectively, optics wise, hey, we don't have McGarry. Do you feel like now the O line is now trash? Because somebody told me a little bird in my ear. Like I said, a lot of people come into my job and want to talk Falcons with me because they already know how I feel about my team. So
Mhm.
once the guy seen McGarry, they was like, "Oh man, we just paid him and he already went down." Oh, of course, after you pay him, they get hurt. Oh man,
Mm.
trash. So do y'all feel like our O line, because of the injuries, do you feel like in the in the surgeries and stuff like that, do you feel like our O line will still be the same? Of course not, because
No.
but
Well, essentially, you can't have the same unit when your starters are out. But I mean, there's a reason the captains have been announced as they were. Two of the captains are Jake Matthews and Chris Lindstrom. So there is a reason, and it does look good on you. You're looking sharp tonight, brother.
I'm
But
telling
yeah,
you,
as I say, like Jake Matthews and Chris Lindstrom are captains for a reason. They can hold this line together, and it's only one of five. If we don't move Bergeron, every man's in his right spot. Newsel stepped up and taken the centre. So, yeah, as D. Coleman says, if we lose, it's on the whole team. I'm not going to put that down to the fact that we're missing a right tackle. Because Storm Norton's back in 6 to 8 weeks, but we picked up Jarrell, we've picked up Elijah Wilkinson, who's been fairly consistent, or certainly more consistent than Jack Nelson or Brandon Parker had proved to be. So, I mean, take that for what it is. But losing McGarry's hard,
it hurt.
but
It hurt. It
it's
hurt.
not season defining. But it did
Yeah,
sting. Yeah.
yeah, it hurts. But yeah, I was about to say Wilkinson, man, like he's been proven, like he's been consistent. Like he hasn't been like a letdown. Like man, we got to put him in there. It's more like okay, we can put him in there.
Mhm.
From my perception and my optics on it, I feel like he has been, serviceable. He has been somebody that's been consistent. He hasn't been somebody that's gotten beat so much or
Yeah.
haven't done what he needed to do. But
Mm.
at the end of the day, um, we would rather have McGarry, absolutely. But in life, how it works is if somebody gets tired, somebody has to replace the person as fresh legs for the retired person. So
Yeah.
regardless, we need to have a consistent rotation on the line anyway. But I honestly believe, yeah, we got depth on the only issue is O line. I think trash, but I think we may take a step back. I don't think. Oh, I
Mm.
don't think they're trash, but we might take a step back. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
would agree with that. Like, as I say, when you lose a quintessential starter well, essentially look at the fact that you've also got a left-handed quarterback, then you're looking at a blindside protector. Um, so I wasn't against shifting Jake Matthews across, knowing that we've got a lefty, to have someone else step up and play left. Whether it would be Elijah Wilkinson or Jarrell, if he was proven that the left tackle was maybe a fit, but at the same time, we've not had the time to kind of solidify that trade pick to see what he's really got yet. So that's kind of my standpoint on it. I feel like a step back is bad, but then we've got Storm Norton, as you say, Mitchell Grundy coming back sort of week 6, week 8 as well, who's more keen to seeing the field. So we'll see
yeah.
what happens, but I think it would just be another excuse, and I don't need to throw more excuses into the mix. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the season.
All right. So I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna say devil's advocate, but I'm gonna say, what if, what if, just listen to what I'm about to say. What if we needed this injury to happen? What if we needed this O line to happen the way it's happening? What if we needed these pitfalls and these mishaps to happen so we can adjust, so we'll know how to maneuver? Just think if everything was working, everything was clicking, and then we have a situation when somebody go down, and then it
Mm-hmm.
blows up the season. I honestly believe in my mind that we need stuff like this to happen so the next person up, so the next man up. What if the person who takes somebody's spot relish in that opportunity? Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, um, and then it also changes the game plan. Sometimes when you hurt, when you're losing somebody that you need, you become more precise. You become more intentional with your decisions. What if
Mm-hmm.
my Raheem Morris? I'm like, okay, we got this. Now we really gotta, hey, we gotta change it up now. We got, because it's gonna make them be more meticulous about the decisions that they make in game. So I think this helps us. I hate to say it helps us more than it hurts us because it keeps us focused. I would hope it keeps us focused to a point
Yeah.
where understanding those in-time, in-game adjustments. Now we have those in-season adjustments that we need to make. Okay, we need to get this person. Hey, we need to get this person acclimated. We need to go ahead and move this body over here. We need to have rotational pieces. Maybe like you mentioned, moving the Jake Matthews over that side so we can have that backside more strengthened. And then
Yes, sir.
so I mean, it makes a lot of sense. But I just felt like somebody came at me and was like, since he don't went down after he got his bread, this O line is trash. They're small. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
No.
Like,
And I
like
mean
what?
it's the right side, and Chris Lindstrom is the best pure guard in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So he's and I mean I'm being unbiased here, and I would say he's probably of all offensive linemen throwing in tackles as well, behind Penny Sewell and Detroit, he's probably the best offensive lineman in the league.
Yeah.
Like pure and simple. So when you talk about having that level of protection, I feel like the right side's okay because he's also going to bring up the level of whoever's playing on his hip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes players who aren't quite at that level will play up to that level because they have a leader right beside them.
Right.
So that's a factor that I feel like hasn't been mentioned enough. But also, you, I hate to use the kind of old one-liners, but at the same time, diamonds are formed under pressure, and it wouldn't be like the Falcons if we didn't face at least a little bit of adversity in the media. We never
Right.
quite get the love that we deserve as a franchise, and I'm sure you'll agree with that, Ty. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Honestly, like I said, I honestly feel like this is going to help us because, like, if we overcome this, then they'll be like, dang, they lost this, they lost that. They're still winning. They're still doing it. They're still, their offensive line is still good. So it's just one. It's going to put a test. It's going to put a testament to the coaches. This is a coaching piece. So the coaches have to coach up, and the men, have to go out there and execute. So
Yeah,
so at the end of the day, hey,
100%.
I mean, like you said, there's no excuse. I'm giving them no excuses on this team just because I still feel like this is a complete team.
Mhm.
This is a complete team from
Yeah,
four
I would
years
agree.
4 years
Um,
ago.
I-
Yeah, this is a complete team now. So there's no excuses. So we're gonna move
Yeah,
on
and
to
I mean,
the next
look at when you're talking about depth before you go on
thing.
as well. Just I was mentioning on Blackberry's show about the addition of Nathan Carter. I mean, that gives you a triple-headed, a three-headed monster, if you will. I
Oh
think
yeah,
I'm going to refer to our backfield now as the Hydra because you have the power running a Tyler Algier. You have the shiftiest, arguably, running back in the league in Bijan Robinson, and then you have a pure speed demon. I reckon Nathan Carter runs easily sub 4.3. I think he's maybe, yeah, around maybe 4.3, 4.32. He has elite, just straight line speed. So you combine all three of those into one backfield, and you've got real real dangers if you're facing it and real options if that's your offense. You know what I'm saying as well. So I
yeah.
think we need to lean into the fact that we're a run first team, but at the same time, you can sleep on Mike Penix at your own peril. I feel like he's really going to prove why he's the starter this year for me as well.
I always felt like we are a passing team that can run. That's my thing.
Mhm.
I always felt
That
like
that is an interesting thing because that's something that you could put to the chat because a lot of these people like look at the Lamar Jackson situation as well. Is he a running back that can throw, or is he a quarterback that can run? Are we a passing offense that can run, or are we a running offense that can pass? And this is an interesting debate that I've had on a lot of shows, and I feel like it's something that the fans really need to explore. As I say, we're changing our offensive identity in terms of personnel, but what time, what type of offense, what type of defense do we actually want to be? I'm all for flexibility and versatility and things of that nature, but essentially you want to do that with from a solid spine. You know what I'm saying, so to speak.
so. What I would suggest, like, to find that out is just look at our O line. Do our O line pass block better, or do they provide run blocking to open up lanes better? And
Mm,
that's how you determine. So if we
yeah,
if we pass block better than we run block, like we open up lanes, then I would believe
mhm.
that we're a passing team that can run. But if we run,
Although although this is the thing, we may be more of a passing team now, but essentially you look at the style of run blocking that Chris and Caleb tend to do. They're both maulers, so I would say that suits the run more because they're going to come out and punch you in the mouth. But with McGarry gone, I feel like that right side's going to be a little more subdued than what it normally would be. So we lean more into the play action game and things of that nature, like you say, Ty. But essentially, if we are talking about the Falcons starting offense, then that right side's coming out mean from the start. But again, as I say, we're not talking about a full offense, are we? So, as you say, think other things come into play at that point.
Right. So the next take, I had to put this in here because I feel like win, lose, or draw, can the fans get behind this team? And I say this team because even when we was winning, I've never seen, I talked about it, never seen people complain about how we're winning. Like,
No,
can the fans get behind this team? Or what will it take for the fans to get behind this team? And we're not talking about going to go get a Super Bowl. We're talking about like, I mean, if that's what it would take, I honestly believe if we had a consistent, sustainable product, it will put butts in the seats.
Yeah. We had this out in the last episode with the AFNI guys, the frequent flyers, and Lamarcus made a good point. So shout out to Georgia, Texas boy. He was talking about the fact that wins will put butts in the seats. So we're at a stage where, as nice as stats wise as it is to have, we have the best food in the NFL. We have the second best stadium facilities in terms of fan experience in the NFL. And you also add in the fact that we've signed the new deal with Sports Illustrated. So that's going to just make the fan experience even better. But at the same time, I don't care. Not to be harsh, but I don't care what the stadium experience is like if we are not winning games. It comes down to the football on the field. We're a football franchise first and a media franchise after the fact for me. And that's what we need to remember. We need to go back to the fundamentals on the field and start winning games again before we start to throw any swag anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely that. I honestly believe a lot of our fans are more like, hey, the fan experience. I mean, before the franchise experience, because it's like I get it. Sometimes it's hard to get behind if you keep losing. And then, like I mentioned before, I said we had a successful season last year, and they was like, "What are you talking about? We didn't even." I said, "Well, we were 7-10 3 years in a row. Now we're 8-9. That's an improvement. An improvement. That's not a success."
Nah. Like, as I say, like I feel like Atlanta as a city, especially when it comes to sports, has reached a level of mediocrity that they're almost happy with in a way. And I'm like, nah, it's not fucking good enough. And I'm sorry for my French. I apologize, but I don't apologize for being passionate. And that's the one thing that you all seem to want from me is you want the real takes from the international fans. And yeah, I love the fact that we can put on a good day for the fans and a great game day experience. But what is the game day experience without a win on the field? That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Hey, never apologize for being you. I tell people all the time, hey, I don't make no excuses. I don't apologize for me being me. I'm me. Whether you like it or not, hey, I'm here.
You know like as I say, you've embraced Des now. You guys have embraced the Scottish brothers, so that's colourful language and all. It's going to get a bit testy at times, so especially given that Falcons going to Falcons, so you may hear a few choice words here or there. So yeah.
Oh yeah. We gotta be passionate about our team. Some people get weirded out about people that are passionate about their team because they feel like they're like, man, why are you acting like you're out there on the field? I'm like, well, it's just it's like a sense of pride. That's why I'm telling you, it's a sense of pride. And then I believe a lot of people just want to see, they want to be. It's like back in the days when they had the gladiators and stuff. People want to be wowed. They want to be, like you said, the fan experience. They all about, oh my God, the lights, the glamour, everything, the dancing. Freddie jumping out, the sky, like he's coming down from Like we love all that, the
Yeah.
different performances and stuff. But then when we get an L, it hits different. God,
Mhm.
there they go. There they go. And they don't understand. You know how many people was having their little chains on? Kurt Coat chains. Bling, bling. Now people don't want to wear the chain.
Yeah. And that's what I said to Mad Mike. I was on one of his shows maybe a month or so ago, and I said something along the lines of, I love the fact that they want to come in and embrace Atlanta and walk in your trap, take over your trap, and all that patter. I love that, like, as a vibe, but you need to bring more than vibes. If you're not getting it done on the field, then you're not worth the money, essentially. And as I say, I'm all for building a culture that the fans can get behind, and the dancing and the throwing shapes and the A-Town down and all this. I'm all for vibe, but at the same time, like, you need to buckle up those chin straps.
You never been in a pub when everybody just getting lit just because they lit?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. Sometimes we just want to act wild and act like crazy and stuff and act hostile.
Hell yeah. Like, I don't know. One time you need to come over. As I say, you've got the Lochness podcast and we've got the real Lochness in Scotland. So one time we need to get you over because the Scots know how to party. Like, hell yeah. We are quite subdued at the moment. Like, you'll hear the excitement for the season, but if we lift that Lombardy, like, I'll put it this way, Des is teetotal. He doesn't touch alcohol, but he has a collection of rare and old whiskies. And he has promised that when we lift that Lombardy trophy, we are going to crack a bottle. So expect us to do a stream where we are. How will I put this in a way that translates? Half blitzed.
Yeah. Okay. He said, "We're gonna be a little lit." He over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I mean, I'm gonna ask even the people in the audience or people watching, like, tell me, what will it take for y'all to get behind this team? And not everybody's behind this team, even if they're red and black. Because as soon as we lose, I mean, nobody likes to lose. I'm just be 100%. You know what I'm saying? No. We don't like to lose. If we lose, I want to lose fighting.
Mm-hmm. That's
my thing. If I'm gonna lose fighting. So yes. We got another guy that just popped up on her. How's it
What's
going,
up, brother Will? But just before we introduce Will and let him get his thoughts, like, if you want to talk about going down fighting, like, look into Scottish history. I'll drop a couple of names for you. King Robert the Bruce and Sir William Wallace. Look at those guys' stories if you want to know a little bit about the Scottish epithet towards going down fighting. And that's all I'm going to say. When you try to stand on the throat of a Scotsman, it doesn't turn out too well for you. That's all I'm going to say.
I see you, man. I know about the Scottish fighting the Irish. Man.
Yeah.
I get it. Hey, Will the Reaper, what's happening? Christy, you can't get
What's happening?
Yeah, man. We trying to figure
out. My bad. Howdy,
partner.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy, partner.
Did you clean that 6-shooter?
Yeah, I cleaned it. I got that red rock and red. I got it. So the question
it's just a shame I need some new guitar strings though, because I'd have been playing some dueling banjos to go with that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man. What do you believe, or what do you feel, or what will resonate with you? What you feel like the fans need to get behind this team? What you believe we need to happen in Atlanta besides a Super Bowl? It can't be just we need to get to a Super Bowl. So when we got there and we don't win, do we need to?
With our fans, all you got to do is start winning. As you saying with Atlanta Dream, they start winning. Everybody behind Atlanta Dream now. Mm-hmm. You start winning in Atlanta, they get behind you. That's a good and a negative with our fan base. So they don't be with you when it's rough. They don't be with you, boy.
And they're like family.
Family still with you. They ain't got no choice. They with you.
Oh, now they be with you, but they be down here.
But they just get that long. They get that long distance love. That's what it is.
It's like, man, come on in here, man.
But yo, hey, you can come to the game and be cussing me out. Just come to the game. Family gonna come over and be cussing your ass out. They there though, but come to the game. Cuss me out at the
Yeah.
game.
I'm getting tired
That's
of
it.
seeing
And if you can't make the game, then cuss you out on the panel, because as I say, it's always an honour to get on with you boys. Even when we end up in our little how will I put it, family spats, it's all love.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I just want to put that take in there because I had somebody. Anything I be talking about on my lives and my streams and everything, it be stuff that people have brought to me, and they be wanting me to discuss these things. And somebody had asked me, like, man, what is it gonna take for us to get behind this team? And I said it too. Like, I was like, hey, we have a sustainable winning product. We can't, and because they go, there they go Falcon and again. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're known for failure.
Yeah. I mean, the Saints call us the Falcons for a reason. I mean, we have a history of choking in the biggest moments, 0-2 in Super Bowls, and it's not a good look. But I think, actually, Brother Will, you were in the chat when I said this, but there's going to be a certain portion of these fans that even when we lift the Lombardi, they're going to be like, I bet you can't get two. And this is the thing. I don't even think like the Lombardi is going to matter per se. I feel like it's just about building a sustained culture of winning games at the end of the day that's going to bring the fans back around.
Yep.
Okay. So the next take is we got our home opener against the champions of the NFC South. 4 to 5 years in a row, they've always been the top dogs. How do we get this win? Like, what do you feel needs to happen to get this win against Tampa Bay? Because I don't look at Tampa Bay, like I said, I don't look at Tampa Bay like, oh my God, we gotta go against Tampa Bay. I just feel like, oh yeah, we're going against Tampa Bay because we smacked them 2 times last year. So what do we need to do to get this win?
I don't want to be arrogant. I have respect for a lot of the weapons that Tampa Bay possess. As I say, that was the reason why I disagreed with moving Bergeron back out to right tackle, because we need to be solidified inside, especially when we're going against, as I say, Kalijah Kancey and Vita Vea. That's not light work for any offensive line.
Vita Vea, he always be trying. He eats.
And I would say, like, I want to get him Baker moving, but I know they can get it done on the move, so I would say keep him guessing. I want to scheme up enough to where he's worried, because as I say, he's got Mike Evans now, he's got Emeka Egbuka as well from Ohio State, so he's got the weapons to get it done, but we need to make sure that his thought process is off. So we need to mix in different blitz packages with Divine Diablo, with Jalen Walker. We need to mix up Leonard Floyd, Arnold Ebiketie, how they're coming at you in terms of have they got a hand in the grass or are they standing up? All that sort of thing. We just need to kind of, as I say, mix and match to where Todd Bowles and the rest of the staff in Tampa are like, nah, we ain't prepped for this sort of thing. We need to bring a chess match and a boxing match. We need to be physical with them because it's going to be a dogfight, but we need to just prove, essentially it's going to come down to who's scheming better. So it's preparation at the end of the day. We need to already be in the playbooks.
That's the word I was looking for. Right there. What you said at the end is all about preparation.
That's it.
You come in,
drop moment.
if you come in prepared for Todd Bowles, you'll eat his ass up. You'll eat him up. You eat him alive. Because you know what he going to do. He going to send blitzes at you. So that means you got a lot of one-on-one coverages. Guess what we got? We got a lot of one-on-one man beaters on our team. We eat their ass up. If you sit down, and you pay attention to what's going on in front of you, it shouldn't be no problem. All I need with defense is just keep being aggressive.
Yeah.
Be aggressive. Get Baker Mayfield with his feet moving, but keep him contained. Keep him contained in the pocket. Get him where he feel like, what I call the Peyton Manning feet. You ever seen Peyton Manning standing in the pocket, how them feet be chopping? Yeah, get him with them feet right there. Make him itch trying to throw the ball. But we got to shut down the run game and make Baker Mayfield be a passer. That's how you're gonna be. That's how you're gonna be successful in this game. So it's gonna come down. Yeah. It's gonna come down to Zach Robinson, like I keep saying. It's gonna come down to him. Not trying to make Michael Penix out there all world beat out there. Mix and match that thing. Use that backfield you got back there. And and let Michael Penix be the executioner. You know what I mean? So once they come up and cheat for the run game, bam, over the top, 50 yards, Drake London. You got to make
Mhm.
Drake make Michael Penix the executioner, bro. For your sins, you gonna pay for this shit. That's what you got to have Michael Penix in like that.
Yep.
Okay.
And don't be surprised to. I don't know if you guys follow much college football. Are you familiar with the way that Michigan State runs their offense?
Mm-mm.
No, they run two high receivers with a three-man backfield, so two backs with your QB. They then run triple option, but with passing routes on top. So I feel like we can emulate something like that. We can have Bijan and Tyler back there. You don't know who's coming out. We can still have Mike hold it down, take the ball himself, but you've got options from both backs. And if he decides to throw the ball, you've got two guys essentially. That would be Mooney and Drake out on patterns. So essentially, I think we can get that done. So we were speaking mainly about the defense, but I feel like offensively as well, if we can keep them on the back foot, if we can do different things schematically, then hopefully it shouldn't be too much hassle and we can get this win week one. Because as I say, our hard schedule is in the first 45 weeks of the season. Our first 5 games are the toughest and then it eases up. So if we can get into the bye week at 2-2, I'll be thrilled. I'm not going to say we're 4-0. I'm not going to be arrogant about it. I'm going to be unbiased and say that if we can hold out for 2-2 going into the bye, then we should be okay.
Who's our two losses?
Buffalo, and I think we can handle Washington, but I think we slip up against Minnesota because I think JJ McCarthy's no joke, and I think we lose to Buffalo. But again, that's teams we could possibly beat. So, but I'm just saying if we're at least 2-2, then at least we've got somewhere to push from because our season potters out a little bit. Our easier games are later on in the season. So as long as we focus on divisional games, I think we can eat 2, possibly 3 losses in the first 8 games and still not look too bad. I mean, I'm saying that we can finish. I had said 12-5 ceiling, but without McGarry, I'm going to revise that and say we finish maybe 11-6. So I think Tampa are at 10-7. I think we take the division by 1 game.
I think we can beat Josh Allen. Josh Allen beats Josh Allen. Only thing we have to do with Josh Allen to me is our offense pretty much has to be like we have to score like down there every possession. And because of what Josh Allen's kryptonite is, once he gets behind, he wants to play hero ball.
Yeah, and when he plays hero ball, you need to remember that that's not Mike Vick. That's not 6 foot and 215 pounds. When Josh Allen gets moving, he's on a good day 6'5", 245. So when he gets that in motion, it's a hell of a lot harder to stop.
Come on up here, Blackberry. I know you want to come on in here. You can come on in here. I know you want to come on in here.
Hell yeah, Blackberry. It's always great to speak to your brother Black. Yeah. He's always shouting out the family. And as I say, like when you're talking about key to victory and defeat, it's gonna all come down to how we pressure Baker.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely. It. Absolutely, get him to throw them interceptions that he's known for. Although he had a hell of a year last year.
There you go. You give him the opportunity, he'll give you one. I guarantee you he'll give it to you. He gave us a couple last year.
Yeah.
We just couldn't keep the motherfucker in the pocket.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And we didn't have Billy Badass or Xavier Watts lurking back there last year. So this is a different defense. So if he's planning on throwing it up there, then he better be prepared because we got some ball hawks now.
Yeah, I was gonna allude to that too. Since we have 2 of our young bucks starting game 1, how do you feel like their presence is gonna make this offense, Baker Mayfield's offense? Like, do you feel like they're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna try them because they're rookies, or they're gonna be like, oh, you know, what you feel like?
I feel like they know. I feel like they know from preseason that that James Pierce Jr. has got to be double blocked. You've seen all the way through preseason that when he got on the field, he was facing doubles, he was facing cuts, he was facing chop blocks and things of this nature. So I feel like it's going to open up the field more for Jalen Walker to get the job done, for Ebiketie, for Floyd. So again, Yeah, look for that. If they're going to create a double mismatch to isolate James Pierce Jr., then you're really being naive because you're taking out account of the fact that Jalen Walker is also a stud. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we're gonna see options created defensively by how they present, and I feel like they are going to want to block James Pierce Jr. as a point of priority because he has the potential to be a game-wrecking edge, in my opinion.
Okay. We got Blackberry that done stepped on her. So Blackberry,
What's up, Blackberry?
What's happening? Appreciate you.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you tackle your own question. You tell me what's one of the keys to victory, and then what's a key to us being defeated.
I don't think that's ever happened before.
Don't worry about it.
You reversed your question on you.
Absolutely, man. This hat got me feeling myself right now. So hey, man, hey, do what you do. Do what you do.
Power is in the hat. That's
I'm
for
telling
sure.
you, man. The hat is the shade, black and red. Man.
Okay, so my number one key to victory is not turning the ball over.
You got feedback in your mic. It's almost football season too, so we lit because of that.
Oh, so excited, man. I can't remember a time where I've been more excited for Falcons football, can you? We've never been this deep going into a season, and I'm here for it. Like, wait till you see how hype we are on the show tomorrow and Saturday, especially Saturday, because that's the pre-game. So if you want to get on with the Scottish Falcons and talk about the game, that's the chance to do it, because we are going to be lit in the two shows this week. So as I say in the chat, you can't miss the shows this week. Episodes 20 and 21. So come and join the Kilted Revolution. It's going to be lit this season.
All right. You back, Blackberry? You got it? You
good? How we doing now? How we sound now?
You good.
Sounds great.
I can see your head a little bit.
Yeah, it's still down a little bit.
So my number one key to victory is not turning the ball over. Protect the ball. I think as long as we don't give them extra chances to score, we should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But my key to defeat is not containing Baker Mayfield. Mm-hmm. We have to. If you allow him to extend plays, extend third and longs, short fourth down opportunities, conversions. If we allow that to happen, all we're doing is setting ourselves up for defeat. So don't turn the ball over, and just don't let Baker Mayfield go crazy with all the ad-libbing.
Don't let them do the backyard ball. That's the way you let them get you with the backyard ball. That's the way you're gonna get you.
Mm-hmm. Go back and watch that game again in college between the Texas Tech Red Raiders and Baker Mayfield's college team at the time. I forget which school it was, but Oklahoma, that's it. Go back and watch that game between Oklahoma and Texas Tech. That's the kind of football that he wants to bring to the NFL, that improvisational stuff. And I mean, it's got its place because he's obviously had a high success rate with it. But as Blackberry says, if we give him enough time to get the ball to Igbokwe, to Evans, and to really mix it up, then we're screwed. We need to keep him guessing to a level where he's throwing the ball into zones where we know we've got Jesse Bates, Xavier Watts, and these sort of guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as I say, just keep him on that back foot, but not to the point where he has the time to mess around, so to speak.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this to the forefront. What Southside said about it was a problem we always had. We'll have them 3rd and long, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 17. And it's like we just get lackadaisical on 3rd down. People was converting the most longest 3rd downs, and it was like, what's going on? So that I believe that is one of the keys to being defeated is not allowing, get them off the field when it's 3rd down.
And this was my question as well. I feel like it's deeper than third down, Ty. I completely see what you're saying, but to kind of throw it into the mix and make it a little bit bigger, is this a team that can sustain a high level of football for 4 quarters? And then again, when you're coming out of the bye, we have 13 straight games. So can you say healthy down the stretch and continue to play a consistent level of ball? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what's going to define our season at the end of the day.
Okay, what you think, Reaper? You agree? You got something else you want to say that's a key to a victory and then a key to defeat?
Oh, well, the key to victory is like keeping our offense balanced, keeping them guessing. That's the way to beat Todd Bowles. You got to keep them guessing, man. You keep them guessing. He sent them blitz. Damn. I like the guy. But he sent them packages. You burn them over the top, bro. You got to make them pay. And with defense, we got to stay aggressive, but keep him in the pocket. Yeah. If we keep him in the pocket, he's a normal quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
When you let him be backyard ball, that's when he make his big plays. You keep him in that pocket, he's a normal quarterback.
Right.
That's
100%. He's an improviser. And so if his real asset, his real skill set is being able to visualize the game. So we need to throw enough at him in terms of pressure to where he is out of his routine, so to speak. You all know what I'm saying. We all need to just kind of make sure that offensively and defensively we're keeping them off balance. And that's how we win this game.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I really, speaking on the offense, as far as the key to victory is one thing where, like you said, we don't try to do too much. Play to the strengths of what we have on the offense, which we have a good offense. We have an extremely good offense. Question marks going on that O-line, but I don't feel like that's going to define whether or not we're going to be successful on offense. I just feel like we just need to execute per usual. Execute. And then I think a real good key to victory with Michael Penix is hopefully he has amnesia if he makes a mistake.
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot of that's a narrative that's got quite overused in Atlanta, as that this is the guy, he's ready to go, he's going to be flawless and all the rest of it. And I'm like, you need to step it back just a little bit for me and be a little bit more realistic. You need to realize that this guy's only had 3 games worth of NFL experience or 4 games worth of NFL experience. So as I say, it's a very limited sample size to be able to judge. This is his first full year as leader of the offense. So I feel like we need to step it back a little bit. But at the same time, not too much. I feel like he is ready to go, and I feel like he'll be the first one to tell you that. And I love the vibe, as I say. Oh, Michael Penix, what you say? I was like, oh, okay, that's my damn QB. I like to see a little bit of dog.
Right. So and then my key to defeat. I really feel like we'll just defeat ourselves. Like if we shoot ourselves in the foot. All those times when we're a play away from changing the course of the game or the momentum. I'm acting like Reaper. Momentum swing. The momentum swing, and we have the momentum to take a game over. It's like, let's execute. Let's do what we need to do. So I feel like one of our keys to defeat is not going out there. Like you said, they're still a professional team. We spanked them both times last year. There still was the champions. Going out there and not being defined by, like, if we don't get the calls that we want, you know what I'm saying? If we don't get, I feel like we got to go against the other team in the refs. I think one of the key to defeats is if we allow that to dictate our play.
Oh yeah, I love that take, Ty, and I'm going to back that up 100% because I to a point I'm sick as well of this narrative of oh, it came down to a dodgy play, the refs weren't on our side, oh, Kyle Pitts was being held, oh, that wasn't pass interference or whatever you want to call it. I want to get to a stage where we are scoring enough points or we are stopping them from scoring to a point where the refs don't enter into the equation. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't, as a professional team, be finding consistent excuses for why we are failing.
Right. No more excuses, man. Y'all hear that now? No more excuses this year.
Yeah. As I say, you know the Scots are known for not backing down on swearing, so it's time to shit or get off the pot. That's it.
Right. They got us 8-9 again this year.
I ain't stunning that the outside. They ain't never had respect for us. I ain't stunning that. You know what? They expect us to go what? What they expect us to go when we went to the Super Bowl? Ain't nobody expect us to do that.
Nah, they were saying the Falcons shouldn't even be here. I was like, what? What you mean? We winning. We shouldn't be winning. They known for losing. They shouldn't be winning.
I hate the narratives. As I say, we're forever flying under the radar. We never seem to get the respect that a lot of the fans seem to believe that we're due. And I think if we do things right, this could be the year where we really take it back and start to get people going. I mean, you heard Patrick Mahomes say it when he was interviewed. He went, "Nah, do you know what? Atlanta's a lot of fun. And in a few years, if they can put it together on the field, then they're going to be dangerous." And if Patrick Mahomes is saying that about you, then you've got something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Dre Woods said the Bucs were ranked 7th in the power rankings. It's 7 teams on the AFC that's better than them. See, to be real with you, they're ranked number 7 not because of who they have, is because they're winning the NFC South and consistently have done it. That's what that's about. That's why they consider they're basing it. Hopefully, they're basing it off of your division, and they've been the top dogs on the division. That's why they are ranked probably 7th. Because
I would agree. It looks like a seeding sort of thing. So as champions of the South, they would be considered a 7th seed because their record wouldn't be standout because they're not a fantastic team and they're also consistently failing in the playoffs. So the rank couldn't be higher than 7th. So I feel like I agree with you there. As you say, it's based more off of a sort of divisional and playoff sort of seeding than anything else. And that's why they're 7.
All right, Blackberry, you want to talk of this? Jerome said we need to take advantage of, their injuries. They got key players that are out, just like we got key players that are out. Do you feel like their key players will even if their players was in, does it mean we still win this game, or because they got these players out, it's an easy shoe in?
Well, to back up what Brother Reaper said earlier on, and to back up Jerome's point, a very important piece is Antoine Winfield Jr. If you're going to be cooking anyone in terms of that pass game, we need to open it up. If we open up to some of the medium to deep routes, I'm talking about your posts, your corners, your 15-yard comebacks and things of this nature, then the best way to do that is if we're not running against an Antoine Winfield, who is a sensational zone coverage guy. His contribution to that defense as a leader can't be understated either. So I feel like of those 3 names, losing Wirfs is important because obviously of the level of pass rush pressure that we're aiming to bring. Missing Chris Godwin's a bad one, but again, you've got Mike Evans, you've got Emeka Egbuka ready to go, first round rookie out of Ohio State. So I feel like they're still fairly stacked in terms of weapons that Baker can get the ball to. But the big question for Tampa Bay is going to be: is Antoine Winfield Jr. going to be healthy? Even if he sees the field and he's not 100%, if he's losing a step, we can use that step because we've got a quarterback with an incredibly quick release as well. So yeah, that's the things that I'm taking into account at the moment, as well as if their injury list is going to include the secondary, then I'm going to be looking to open up the pass game just a little bit more.
Okay, is Mooney starting this game? Mooney's back.
It says day to day.
They keeping it close to the vest. You keeping it close to the vest with Mooney.
They've just restructured them as well to save $6 million, so that would make me think, especially with the Caleb injury, it's like we're not going to play you as much, so we're going to save just a little bit of money. But yeah, last I seen was Coach Morris 2 days ago, and he said he's day to day.
Okay. Blackberry, do you feel like his statement about, we need to take advantage of these opportunities and interest? Because every team, like I'm telling you, I don't want any excuses. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, they only won because these people were out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want these excuses. I want us to go against people's team when they're fully healthy. So when we beat them, there's no excuse because they're gonna say stuff like, "Oh, they didn't have him out there. He's a leader. Oh, he didn't. Oh, if Godwin was out there, it's like woulda, coulda, shouldas."
Well, for anyone that wants to throw it in our face, if we do beat the Bucks and they come at us with, but there was pieces missing and blah 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 blah, and it's like, well, you were the same guys that were telling us earlier in the off season that we were fucking cooked because Caleb McGarry went out. So if we beat these guys, what are you going to say? There's always an excuse for something, and I'm over it. I'm done with excuses. Let's just play ball. Let's just play high level, consistent football, and then let's just let's take it out of the hands. I don't want to be relying on other people's records to dictate whether or not we play into the new year. I want it to be our business, and I want our business handled. I agreed with what you said earlier, Ty, on that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, it's been in our hand the last 3 years, and we fumbled it.
That's
it. The thing is, the same people complained about McGarry being hurt was the same one who said he was trash. So one minute y'all saying the nigga trash, then he get hurt. Oh shit, McGarry hurt. Damn. Nah, bro.
Make it make sense. That's it.
Long we got this offensive coordinator and Terry. This offensive line coach and Terry, bro, I'm not worried about the offensive line coach. What they showed me, they'll go get the right people to play the job. So, and you know what I'm saying? And by our offensive line coach being the run game coordinator too, I'm not worried about it. They're gonna set it up to have these boys right, bro.
Yeah, I guarantee it. That run game is going to be set. And as I say, we've got the Hydra now in the backfield, so I'm not opposed to running three running back sets just to make sure that this offensive line's set, because I want to see what Nate Carter looks like running behind these starters. He showed me glimpses of something incredible in preseason. His straight line speed is immense. So what do you guys think? Do you want to see a little bit of Nathan Carter going into the season, or do you think, given that it's a divisional game, we trust Bijan and Tyler?
Yeah, you ain't gonna see much of Nate Carter. If you see him, you might see him on special teams or some shit. You ain't gonna see much of him on.
No. As I say, that is what it is. But I do feel like he can contribute. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, what you said, Blackberry?
Sorry, Blackberry.
Yeah, this is something I talked about this past couple times, past couple of my shows, and that is it's time to get out of that. Who making who barely made the team mold. And who the number 3 guy is and the number 5 and 6 guy. It's time to move on. They made the team. They're here. If we see them, we see them, but we know who shows this. We know who the main characters of this show is.
I get you. I get you 100%.
The difference makers and the playmakers. It's the difference makers and the game changers now. It's their time. When it comes to what was what Jerome 69 said about taking advantage of the
losses here, right?
The losses that Tampa's gonna have. I think about it as, if people do come, if we dominate Tampa, if people come back and say, well, they was missing this guy, that guy, and that guy. If nobody says anything to a boxer when he takes advantage of an injured boxer that he's going up against, or injured MMA fighter who was dealing with an injury and his opponent dials in on that injury and takes advantage of it and wins the fight.
We should 100%. Yeah, that's just Blackberry. You just dropped 100% facts, especially when you talk about MMA, because If you come in with a right, say your right knee is goosed, as we would say in Scotland, if your right knee is goosed and I'm a kickboxer or a Muay Thai guy, I'm going to light up your legs with leg kicks. So essentially,
I'm
why
coming after that
you
leg.
need
I'm
to,
gonna come
yeah,
after that knee. So if
mhm.
worse is out, I'm coming after the right side. Is he on the left side of the line? Is he the left tackle or the right tackle?
I think he's on the right tackle.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's
I'm
right
coming.
now. Yeah.
I'm coming after that side of the. I'm coming after that side of the line heavy.
Mhm.
I'm going to send more pressure that way than they can handle. That's what I'm going to do. You take advantage of your opponent's weaknesses. That's what you do.
That's why you scout.
If an added weakness is they're missing starters, I'm going to take advantage of it. In the middle of a game, if a corner gets hurt and their backup comes in, what's the first thing offensive coordinator does?
Mhm.
He attacks the guy that just came into the
His
game.
His replacement.
That's
right.
it. Yep.
Take
So, it's a
And
part of
this
the
is-
game, man. That's what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
Right.
and as Jerome says, just creating mismatches, looking deeper into personnel, who's in, who's out, trying to see if you can get these one-on-ones, not even on a situational basis, but just on a consistent level. Like, as you say, if we don't have Antoine Winfield Jr. playing, for example, you have a 6'6", 250-pound Kyle Pitts ready to eat on a contract year. So there are ways to kind of exploit what's going on here. And especially because even if he is healthy, Winfield's not the biggest guy. And I've said for a long time that one downside to Kyle Pitts is that he doesn't play his size. So if he uses that frame, he can box Winfield out and he can still win these balls, in my opinion. I don't know if you all boys agree with me on that.
Oh yeah. I definitely agree with that. I really just, like I said, I'm one of those type of people where I don't want us to win with not like people having this. I mean, everybody's gonna have an opinion about how we win, lose, or draw. I mean, I get that, but I don't want us. I want us to be dominant in a way that we consistently be dominant throughout the season, regardless on how we win this game. This coming Sunday, I want us to be consistent with our pass rush because that's one of the things that we lacked, and they always talked about it in the media. Our pass rush. Now, when we shored up our pass rush on paper, it's like I said, we have a complete team. I don't feel like any facet of this team really has a hole to a point where it's like we can't play all four quarters of good football. Do I feel like we are a player away from a Super Bowl? Absolutely not. I feel like everybody we have on this team right now would get us to where we need to be, and I just don't think I don't think people are really behind this team. Even now, I still feel like there's going to be some excuse. It's going to be something that rears its head, like to make people feel like they're not really on this team. And then I want us to be one of those teams too, that when we do lose, even with the fans, we still show up for our team, man.
Yeah. And I mean, keep your eyes peeled because I wanted to talk to you all boys. You're all welcome to guest because I was going to do a solo and then drop the link because I feel like that's something that you could get into in a much, much deeper way. Why the Atlanta Falcons fans are not actively engaging with the team. They're engaging with the product, but not the team. The franchise, but not the football. So I want to delve into that a little bit deeper and find out what the hell is actually going on. So you're more than welcome to join me for that, guys, because that'll be quite an interesting chat.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like even going more in depth on looking at other teams and how they're fandom, like the Cowboys fandom, they're borderline delusional about how they feel about that team. But I would want that same type of delusion and fandom in Atlanta when we're gonna go to the Super Bowl every year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even,
absolutely. The super fans, like shout out to Karina and to the original Bird Lady who have been on recently on the Ladybirds, because that's the people that you really need to see. Is people like Karina and Keisha just out there in their feathers, faces painted black and red, everything. Just we need those vibes back that take you back to the good old days of Atlanta football.
I mean, we did have a bird lady who pretended to be a bird lady that was.
Oh, let's not open that can of worms again. I mean, the facts are out there. So, oh, I mean, can we get brought up for libel if we start talking about the other one? I mean, I'm not even sure how that all works now. We don't want to get demonetized, brother.
Right. So, Mr. Smith said we're a cornerback away from a Super Bowl.
That's an interesting take there.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I pulled that up, and I'm thinking, Blackberry or Will, can you, Reaper, can you?
Let me tell y'all, we're never one player away. It's always about connection. Think about it. Only person you can say that, look, like what Tom Brady, he came down to Tampa Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't look so good off the top. When he implanted that Belichick way down there, they started to click. They built that connection. They were hanging with each other outside of football. They got to know each other, and they got them a Super Bowl.
Wait a minute now. You forgot they gave him a free ride. They built him a team. People coming out.
That's what I'm saying. Even if they did build him a team, he had to build that connection. Because when he got down there, they wasn't good. They wasn't good, bro. So he had to build that connection with them. It's all about.
People forget it wasn't just Brady that came down there.
Right. Gronk. Yep.
Out of retirement.
Yeah, and we all know the Gronk situation. Like New England wanted to trade him to Vegas, and he said, "No, you can't do that. I'm retired." It was all a joke.
See,
but
even with what Los Angeles Raiders, Stafford came down there. Then they brought the cornerback down there. What the name was? Damn, what the name? Rams. They brought Ramsey down there.
Yep.
You gotta build that connection, bro. You're never one player away. You gotta build that connection. It's all about the connection and preparation. How much do you want it? Do you want it better than the other team? Because everybody good in the NFL. There's a reason why the playoff format changed every year. There's a reason why 4 different teams in the playoff every year. Everybody's good in the NFL, bro. It's all about preparation, man.
All right. We got a little feedback too. Christy said, I think that it's a misconception of our fans that someone that attends 3 to 4 games a year from out of town, our fans by far are not the worst. So I agree with that. I think, is that me? Or is that somebody?
I'm muted. I'm muted over here.
Yep.
Everybody mute yourself and let Ty talk. Let's see what it is.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, for some reason, I like I said, I do agree with that. I'm one of those type of people that even before I joined the Dirty Birds Nest, I was on my team regardless of what. And the experience I had by just going to, like, when it's an away game, going into like a Dave and Buster's or something like that, and then seeing how many people was not around. Like you know, they have the screens on the TV, you have people watching the game, but you weren't really having people really watching the game. It's like people that are there, they're watching because it's on, but not people showing up collectively to, you know, to be like, you see it on TV all the time in movies where people go into these bars. It's like a culture. I feel like we don't have that winning pedigree culture that will galvanize even our fans together to a point where It's showing up every year. And like I said, we got to have a sustaining winning product to make people feel like, hey, I want to root. I mean, people root for winners, but then again, when you winning all the time, people want to see you lose.
Right. And that's the thing. It's too much to do in Atlanta. So if you're not winning, they got other shit they can do. So that's a lot of reason why a lot of these fans don't be in the seat, bro. You got that's why I said when you asked that question earlier, winning will solve everything. They will show up. They show up for the Braves regardless.
Mm.
But like you see here with when the Hawks went on their little playoff run, how packed were they goddamn stadium? That thing was packed, bro. We have not had a playoff game in this new dome. This new stadium, we have not hosted a playoff game. We got to get to the playoff.
This year we will.
We got to get to the playoff.
Hell yeah. Well, it into existence. That's what I do. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show y'all some love, and I'm gonna patch out for the night because we're at midnight. And as I say, we've got a Scottish Falcons show to prep for tomorrow. So I wanted to jump in, spend some time with the family, do some hot takes and all the rest of it, and also compliment you on that fine looking hat tie.
Yeah.
But thank you all for having me. As I say, continue to support the AFN family, all the supporters down in the chat. As I say, they'll drop their socials. Get at me at Will the Thrill. But until then, family, it's always a pleasure. But I will catch up with you soon, okay?
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you all too. Peace, boys.
All right, Will. All right.
Does
See
anybody
All right, my
have
boy.
any questions? Like we're in a Q&A section. Do you have a question for us, Blackberry? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to say about this Tampa Bay game? Anything you wanna outline? Any outliners that you wanna present, or how do you feel
Well,
about?
I think it's I think the new OC Josh Gizzard, he got them gizzards, Chief. The new offensive coordinator Josh Gizzard for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to pay close attention early on what they do offensively, because I'm begging the question, as well as I'm sure a lot of Tampa Bay fans are begging the question: is he going to try to implement a Josh Gizzard system, or is he just going to cater this offense to what Baker Mayfield likes to do, which is improvise? I'm curious, because I think if he goes into this without an ego, or not necessarily without an ego, but if Josh Gizzard goes into this with the mindset of this offense was already put together before I got here, they know how to work with one another. I'm not gonna come in here and try to do too much. I'm gonna let them do what they're accustomed to doing. I'm just gonna sprinkle in my little touch on it, my own little seasoning on it. If he goes into it with that mindset, that worries me more than Josh Gizzard coming in there and saying, this is my offense now. They gonna run it the way I need them to run it. If he comes in with that mindset, I think we go out there and we beat the dog shit out of Tampa Bay.
Because it's a new implementation of a system, and they still learning.
Right.
I agree.
So that's what I'm gonna be looking at going into the beginning of that game. That to me is gonna tell us a whole lot that we need to know about Tampa Bay for the rest of this season.
I don't think they're, like, a lot of people don't understand when you change OCs up, it changes the style of play.
It makes it different.
It ain't the same. We don't know if Baker Mayfield might feel some kind of way. Like, I don't want to do it like that. I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Exactly. And then you'll see them fighting on the sidelines. Like, what happened? Or arguing or throwing helmets or something down when stuff ain't going, like, you know.
Right. What if Baker audibles out of a play, and he come back to the sideline and gives it like, hey, that play could have worked if you would have ran it. And Baker like, nah, I read something different. I read the defense. We don't know. It's so many different playing parts that could could play into having a new offensive coordinator. If don't nobody know that better than nobody, we should know that in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, man. We got a dose of that so many different times. Man, we couldn't keep nobody. We can't keep a Dean Pease on. We switch our defenses coordinators too. Like every year, something different. Revolving doors, man. Revolving doors.
The first year since Kyle Shanahan, we got a returning offensive coordinator. Think about that.
Exactly. And it's on his second year. And they already talk about having him be a head coach.
Well, I hope he make me eat my words like Kyle Shanahan made everybody eat their words. They wanted Kyle Shanahan up out of here his first year. Second year he was on fire when him and Matt Ryan touched head. You know what I'm saying? They went bumping head. Yeah. So I want to see how much he have improved. Did you learn your players yet? You learned your players? You know what I'm saying? You know how to use the players you got?
There you go. He does say you look like Boosie Collins.
That's crazy work.
Boosie Collins was the man, though, y'all. He was the man.
Do not be hating on me right now. But yeah, baby, you know, don't be a hater, baby. You know you like to hate. It's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good. I'll take that as long as I get the win.
Just give me the win, baby.
Just give me the win, baby. Yeah. Yeah, okay, how we do? Boots on the ground. Like he said, man, I'm just saying. So the only difference with that is Baker has a new OC his whole career. He's used to it. Yeah, he is, man. Hey, Blackberry, I owe you an apology. We decided D Alpha is better DB than a forklift driver. He won't be loading or unloading your truck this season.
But these folks stay trolling, bro.
Don't worry about Blackberry. Hey, you got to unload your truck yourself now because D Alpha is still back. He ain't
loading my damn self. Fuck
he
that.
said he ain't got that lemon pepper plate. He didn't get that lemon pepper plate.
If I'm trying to get on up out of there and they taking too long.
I just had me one of them lemon pepper goddamn tight Chipotle bowl. That shit was so good.
Boy, let me go get something to eat.
Man, it's not talking about food, man.
You brought it up with your lemon pepper.
Oh, man. Chrissy said our defense.
I'm still dancing right now.
He's stupid. Chrissy said our new defense needs to put pressure and have a few sacks and interruptions. I'll say interruptions, but interceptions on Baker with minimum penalties. I can tell you right now, we're gonna be penalized a lot this game. Because I feel like what you can get away in college, you can't get away in the NFL. We got two rookie starters that they're going to go after. Now,
just call it the Falcon rule, bro. Just call it that. Because we just get the whistle quick. Just going to call it what it is, bro.
Preparation. 330 says preparation, Big Will.
You know why I preach. You know how I preach it, 330.
Southside said I thought that was Shabuzi when he came in here. Shabuzi, that crazy work. That's crazy work. My locks do not look like my junk ain't nowhere matted together like that. Stop. These things are individual, baby boy. That's what we talking about. Man.
Hey, yo, Shabuzi got them locked. He got them locked winks. They call them winks.
Yeah, he got them things put together, boy. I ain't got to put togethers. All right, hello, fellas. Everyone in the chat. Happy Wednesday, Earl Wayne. That's what Miss Pound said, Auntie. But yeah, man, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to show off what I'm gonna have on too. So that boy finna be lit too, boy. Hey, y'all finna probably see you, boy. He gonna have a white hat on. I was gonna wear these, but nah, we're going a different direction, boy. We're going a whole different direction. But yeah, it's gonna be lit, boy. We finna be whited out. We finna have an all white. Dancing around, man. Dancing around. I'm probably gonna have a lot of people taking pictures with me, like I always do. They always stop me. Let me get a picture. I'm like, all right, man. Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Add me.
Love.
I'm telling man, tag me in your. I'm telling, tag me in your post. The Lochness podcast. I'm gonna start telling people, tag me in your post, the Lochness or whatever. So then, and follow man. Don't make me have to start passing out cards out there and the thing. Go ahead and subscribe to me. Be like thousands and thousands of people, thousands of people out there. Man. I said, if I take a picture, but you got to go ahead and subscribe to my podcast right now. Let me give me your phone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. But I have like 1,000 in one day. Be like that sometimes. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I'm telling you, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Do y'all want to give y'all last words before we get up out of here? Man, I be trying to have short shows, man, but I just can't.
You invited me, so I came on in.
Yeah, man, come on in. Shoot, come on in.
Man, last thing I say is, man, y'all just continue to support, and make sure if you're on the Atlanta Falcon Nation side of things right now, go over to the Lochness podcast on YouTube and subscribe to Lock. He on the road to 500, as he got it scrolling down there at the bottom.
Road to 500 subs. 4 or 5, Lord.
Let's get our boy up to where he need to be, and then follow suit for your boy as well. The home team with Blackbeard.
He said, looking like, man, the Macho Man. That is like I do. Oh yeah, you got that. Yeah, bro. Like, man.
Oh yeah.
Snap it to a Slim Jim, boy. Pause that, man. God damn, niggas want to snap it to a Slim Jim. Whoa, bro. Pause that shit, man.
Oh, damn. What he say? I just learned what he said, and now I done forgot.
What he say? Can't remember, man. He getting old, man.
I don't forgot. I just heard what he actually said, and now I done forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Some under the statement. Snap it to a Slim Jim. Damn, I can't think. I just learned what
Snap
he
it to a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
Damn. But you know that little part, don't nobody know what he's saying.
Hey,
man. Oh, that's what it was. You want a little excitement? That's what he's saying.
Want a little excitement. You want
a little excitement.
Snap
it to a excitement. Snap it to a Slim Jim.
He had to get that right because he was gonna call us.
I was gonna call you at 2 o'clock. Hey, I figured it out.
I got it. But yeah, Will, you wanna get him a howdy do, partner?
Sure, partner. Hey man, y'all make sure y'all follow me on Will the Georgia Reaper on all platforms, man. Okay, you can catch me formally on Wednesday nights on everything Atlanta Smoke, but it won't be tonight. But whatever AFN got going on, y'all know I'm down, man. Already. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page if y'all ain't did so already. And make sure y'all follow everybody on this panel, man. Stay connected to the family. We bringing y'all that content. Believe that.
For sure. Blackberry.
I gave it to him already. You can go ahead, close it.
No, man. You don't want to tell him where they can find it yet? You talking about snapping? I don't remember that. I'm an old age too. I do it again. No, I do it again. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for coming and stopping by, man. This is the Lochness from the Lochness podcast, man. Road to 500 subs. Man, if you ain't already, like Blackberry said, go to my channel, sub, hit that notification bell, send me a comment, get ready for this football, this Falcon football. And hey, man.
Yes, sir.
About to start, but we finna get lit. Who are going to the pep rally there Friday?
No, sir.
Oh, I'll be there
with T.I.
Hey, make sure y'all record the festivities or whatever. Cause I'll be getting that money.
I mean, last year. Go ahead.
I know to some people, this is something normal, but your boy Blackberry done got a selfie stick. And I'm ready to go start mingling and getting them followers up. Okay.
man's gonna be out there like
So I will be at the pep rally. I will be at the pep rally with the selfie stick.
What's your shirt gonna say?
I
Blackberry.
might.
No.
Shit, I might wear this.
Say no.
Yeah, I might wear a home team fit exclusive.
Yeah, that's what you
Might
gotta
wear
do.
this.
You're a walking brand, bro. You gotta walk. You're a walking brand, bro.
Yes, sir. It's a little small now, cause the boy, I'm a little bigger than I was when I first.
Dang,
got
bro. We're going in the opposite direction then, bro. I done lost 14 pounds, my guy. Mm-hmm.
I done put on about 20 pounds.
Oh Lord, man. Hey.
Don't
Switch
put on
up your
about
eating
20
habits, my guy. You know the but living ways got the little bar thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for stopping by, man. Like I said, for those that's gonna go back to the replay, still leave a comment. I go back and check. Those who subscribe, I go back and check. Try to get the numbers up. Until we meet again, man. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit Saturday. It's gonna be definitely lit Sunday morning, but it's gonna be lit Saturday. It's gonna be lit, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to go out there and jump around, man. I'm ready to go out there. So, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all guys for stopping by with me too, man, in my live, man, my show. And then, you know, I appreciate
you for having us.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate all the people that attended with their eyes to view us and wherever y'all viewing me from. Just go ahead and I'm gonna start that. Just start letting me know where y'all viewing me from. And then let me know, you know what I'm saying, what y'all want us to talk about, or you know, your expectations for the next game, man. Because let's get this dub against these Buccaneers is what they call them. But I appreciate y'all, man. We out.